So if we just look at the two setups there, you can see hopefully quite clearly on that left hand side the feet are very, very wide there. They're spread out a long way. As we swing this golf club out now, a lot of lateral move, a lot of knee movement there, take the golf club back, and you've moved from here, where your head is, a long way behind the golf ball, whereas this one here now, we can just rotate a lot more effectively. There's a bigger shoulder turn there because you can turn more effectively, okay? And we get the head now a bit more behind the golf ball there. You're not quite so far now behind the golf ball. So when from here now we can move back, we can reach the golf ball. There's no stretch, lovely strike, and we can twist that right side through. Now we can get on that left side, whereas this one, very hard to get back. There's a big lunge to try and sort of reach that golf ball, as we can see, to try and, God, that ball's a long way away from me. All your energy now is going to reaching that golf ball. We can see that ball, the ball sort of hitting the ground, bouncing bomb type thing, sort of popping up in the air, they're not sort of getting the contact we're looking for. And when you finish with that lower half, you just can't move your lower half at all. You can't go off that right side because the feet being wider, the hips can't really rotate that effectively, and the gap there between your knees and the problem, it's just a very awkward position to try and get through, where that one on the right hand side looks a much more efficient movement all the way back, all the way through the club now, is sort of swinging within yourself, nicely under control, whereas this one to me almost has more effort to try and reach that golf ball, to try and, maybe in your mind, the further from the ball you were, the more power you had. That's a lot of people do think, they hear the sort of buzzword about the more width you've got, the more power you've got. But in reality, if you're really stretching for the golf club, all your energy now goes into actually reaching the golf ball, and you've lost a lot of power. If you're going to try and hold any sufficient weight out in front of you there, you get rather heavy rather quickly. Think how you'd hold your golf bag or your handbag or anything of any weight. You'd hold it with your arms straight down under your shoulders, hanging straight down. Anything out away from your body, you lose a lot of strength. Exactly, yeah. So the speed in which you could create was going to be limited, and all the energy you had left anyway was going to try and sort of reach the golf ball and just make it harder for you. So you couldn't turn your body, you couldn't effectively strike the golf ball as easily, so your bad shots were going to be bouncing bombs and topped into the ditch you said on the golf course, or big slices out to the right there, or maybe a few hooks left or whatever. But if we can get yourself over the golf ball more effectively, we can turn better, we can make a much more efficient golf swing, much more effective to swing that golf club that way.
On that one, am I still, like I was doing with my irons, coming in?
A little bit from here. I mean, their impact, you're fine, okay? As you twist through now, I think your arms do pull in a little bit. As you get used to sort of rotating more with the body, okay? When you hear that, you couldn't rotate because you were just stretched to try and reach the golf ball. There was no rotation whatsoever. So what you try to do was just sort of throw the club at the golf ball to try and reach it, okay? So you actually got more width in this, but you had to do that to just try and reach the ball out there somewhere. So you were sort of creating the width, and maybe that's where that came from. You may have thought, well, my arm's sort of pulling in, I've got to try and get some width. The first few shots you tried more width, you tried width this way, not width to target. So you think, oh, you've got maybe the heel part of the club and just started shuffling further back, more reach, more heel, and you got to a point where you just ended up standing that far from the golf ball, because that's kind of how your swing evolved. Okay, but I think in terms of the overall swing, the swing's looking good. To be fair, there's a good movement there, good shoulder turn, good wrist in, we're twisting the body nicely. Just got to get more comfortable over the golf ball. I think you can see when you stand those two golf balls there, the one on the right, that looks a lot more natural to me. It doesn't look quite so engaining with the sort of feet being quite so wide, and just it's very difficult to move from that position. Again, how far back from the mat you were, when your heels almost literally on the back end of the mat there, so just a long way from the golf ball. So.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, makes sense then, yeah?
Yes, it
Good
does,
stuff. Have a couple more then, and we'll see how they go.